can't actually define what perfection is, can you? It's all subjective, and to some of you, this is just another Nissan from the 90s, clinging to its youth and reminiscing about the good old days. I'm here to tell you that you're wrong.
So I bet this was the last vehicle that you thought we would be driving down here in Los Angeles, California, but you guessed it. This is a 1999 Nissan Skyline R34 GTR on the streets of America. I have not driven an R34 GTR in 2 years. The last one I drove was Charles's white R34 GTR, looked just like this, very similar actually. This car is basically bone stock under the hood. It's got stock standard R26 twin turbos. It doesn't have upgraded twins. So this is a very authentic R34 GTR driving experience. I mean, 8,000 RPM. Woo! Oh, I can only imagine what that sounds like from the outside. This is one of those engines that 911 just turned around to take a look. I think he's gonna be following us. You can't escape it. We try to come out here in the middle of nowhere. You just can't get away. You can't get away. It is absolutely undeniable. The feeling that surrounds this car and the impact it has in the United States specifically. There are different perspectives on this car around the world. In Japan, where this car was built, manufactured, and originally sold in, it's not the biggest deal to see an R34 GTR. There are plenty there. That is its home turf. New Zealand, similar sense over there. You can get a lot of right-hand drive vehicles. They're very accessible, including the R34 GTR. But out here in the United States, even more so than Canada, this is a serious icon and a serious pull as far as an emotional connection this car has to the Japanese car community. You feel it, you can see it in people's faces, you can hear it in their voices when they come up to you and ask you about the car. It strikes an emotional chord here in the US that not many cars are able to achieve anywhere, in fact, anywhere in the world. Now, being from Vancouver, Canada, we do have a few more R34 GTRs on the road, kind of per capita, I guess you would say, than the United States, but it's still a big deal. The insanity in this car is absolutely the driver inputs. Like, the steering there's no dead space on center, and it is so incredibly quick to change direction, especially we've got 265 tires all around, running Toyo R888s. I mean, the grip on this, I'm not gonna see the limit of grip here on the street. I'm just not willing to go that far. I believe this model also still has HICUS still enabled, so that's four-wheel steering. For those of you who don't know, the Skylines were one of the first vehicles to actually pull that off very successfully from the factory, although a lot of people decide to get rid of the HICUS because it kind of tends to feel a little bit strange, a little bit off for the most part. We've also got these aftermarket Recaro seats, very modern seats, a little bit different than the factory seats. Slight modifications, but like I said, the engine is pretty much stock Nissan twin turbo stuff. That's very fast. Generally speaking, the older car you drive, the more connected it feels to the road. You know, there's not as many driver aids, and this is kind of one of the greats. I forgot how great this car was. As ridiculous as that sounds, sure, there is this hype around this car that's been churning in the depths of all these car enthusiast souls for years and years and years. But once you actually dive into the steering and just driving and the driving experience out here in the middle of nowhere, there's no chance of me jumping into this car and successfully trying to find and point out a major flaw. There's been a war building over the last few years, not only in electric cars versus gasoline-powered cars, but against right-hand drive imports, specifically in the US. We've all seen the articles, we've all seen the videos and photos of Skylines getting crushed, of these cars we love coming to America, just another spot of land in the world, and having the government come in and just put their foot down for a number of reasons that they believe are valid. But to us as car enthusiasts, we see this no different to a left-hand drive Supra. The perspective here is a lot different, and I just wanted to get you guys into the shoes of someone who's grown up in American car culture, having maybe never even seen a Skyline until they're 20 plus years old, versus having grown up with Skylines. It's not really a big deal to see one on the road, you know?
And it's true, North America went through a different timeline growing up with this car. In 2000, Clarkson said it was very probably the most advanced car on the planet. Right out of the gate, it was put on a pedestal, and that pedestal grew taller. Think about this, when Universal was shooting Too Fast, Too Furious, this was a brand new car, hot off the production line. They idolized it and embedded it in story, shock, and awe. Well, now the car had real, tangible character to it. It became fantasy. Fast forward a few mediocre movies and YouTube is born, bringing to life the torturous reality of the situation. And now there's a cult. That's just how it works though. A common enemy is born. It's like showing kids a trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto and then telling them they have to wait 25 years to play it. You've got a mob on your hands.
That's the thing, you remove all the bullshit, all the whole facade around the GTR. It's a car, but at the same time, to so many people, it means so much more. Once you get rid of the mystique of this car and you just come out here, the car and the road, all the bullshit disappears. You know, what you may or not think of this car, it's truly in its purest form when it is out here, away from all of that, you know. It's a car on a road just like any other car. It's just it's just a very good car. Just a great car.
It's so dark out here in space. And it's been so long since I've seen a face. My eyes are shut but I can see the void between you and me. And I feel like I'm going insane. Help me. Is anybody there?
My point is this, you guys. Don't let me tell you what this car is. Don't let me build up more of a mystique around this car for you. Yes, we shot this video very cinematic and we want to show off the car and respect the car and actually, you know, show you guys the car in the best form that it can be in, right? But at the same time, don't let me build up a mystique about this car any more than you already have in your mind. It's a car, it's got a steering wheel, it's got an engine, and it's just very good. It's a very, very good car that will be remembered. It will go down in history as one of the greatest Japanese sports cars ever built. One of the coolest things about the R34 GTR is the push in technology at the time, which in Japan, I mean, it was booming. The economy was massively growing at an insane rate. And this screen up here is kind of a testament to the time and the willingness of the engineers down at Nissan and Nismo in the late 90s to really push this platform to the peak of what it could be, which is what the R34 GTR is. The R35, in my mind, I mean, R35 versus R34, that is not even a question. Not even a question. The R35 market speaks for itself. That is a depreciating car at a very high rate, whereas the R34 GTR, I mean, these things are selling at record values across the continent right now and across the globe. Woo! Little pop there. So twin turbo RB26 from the factory is a great thing for a number of reasons. First being, it's an RB26. It's the original Godzilla engine, twin turbos. It's a very sought after engine, only ever sold in the Skyline GTRs and Stagia 260 RS models. Stock power band is extremely smooth, okay? With those twins, they're very small, so like you still get quite a bit of torque pull. Around 5,000 or 6,000 RPM is really the sweet spot as far as feeling those turbos spool up in a way where you can feel the torque in the back of your neck and the back of your seat. Up top, it does kind of flatten out a little bit, 65 to 8,000 RPM, but you can still rev to 8 if you want to. The option's always there. Woo! Oh, the grip. The grip is ridiculous. I mean, talk about a car that could seriously go up against some high dollar supercars of the present. My God. Original Auto has been kind enough to bring out this car for us to drive for the day. Talk about some of the coolest people we've met down here in Los Angeles or in the Valley. That is ridiculous. To hand me the keys to your R34 GTR. They do some great work over there. Pablo and Chris over at Original Auto, the brothers over there, and they actually make a turbo kit for the RB26 in the GTRs to bring you up to, you know, anywhere you really want between 400 and 600 horsepower or above. I mean, there's a turbo sitting in the back of this car that is probably good for like 800 wheel horsepower. So they're doing great work over there. They do a lot of drifting, drift builds. They've worked on SRs, KAs, RB26s, you name it, they've worked on it, right? And as a bonus, they own multiple R34 GTRs. It's kind of surreal. It truly is a surreal experience. And I gotta thank you guys, Pablo and Chris, over at Original Auto once again. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Truly, truly one of the best driving cars in the world.
Yep, I love that car. What a great time. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are here at the end of the video with a surprise, as promised in the comments, okay? We are doubling our jet tag designs, our engine codes. If you guys don't know, we make embroidered engine code jet tags, RB26 as seen right here, and we're doubling our designs. Now, a few weeks ago, we asked you guys for some suggestions on what engine codes you would like us to see make. So thank you, John Pugh. You had the most upvotes for a single engine code, and that was the VQ35. So we're making the VQ35 and a bunch of other engines, and they're live on our brand new store. So all of those new designs are coming soon. You can check out exactly all the engine codes that we have. It's live right now. The new store, you guys should go check it out. We've poured a lot of time into this and I hope you enjoy it. Sign up on this site and you'll get notified when those go live, as well in the future when we launch new products, because we are coming out with a bunch of new cool stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And, oh, I almost forgot, 10% off store-wide for all you watching right now. The code is in the description. Bunch of new videos to look forward to coming up on the channel. We met up with a fella named Bob Pham down in LA. He owns 14 running and driving Toyota MR2s. It was pretty crazy. I think you guys are really gonna like that video. He was kind enough to let me drive a couple of them. It was a great time, as well as a bunch of new videos coming out from LA. And then we are actually back up here in Vancouver now, and we're already shooting again. So a ton more stuff. Again, 10% off store-wide right now, and all of those new engine code designs. We'll see you guys next time.